I was thinking, and sometimes when you fail at something and you just keep reaching setback after setback, you really just have to hold on for dear life and wait on the Lord. Because I was thinking back to when I was in high school, back middle school actually. And in middle school, I applied to go to TJ, Thomas Jefferson High School, which was like the science technology school. And I really wanted to be in technology. I wanted to be, that genius in with the computer. I wanted to be that Mark Zuckerberg like everyone else wanted to be. Not everyone, but you know what I'm saying. And I did summer test prep for that dang thing in eighth grade. I was telling my parents to drive me out to this place at 8 a.m. throughout the summer just to get rejected. But I was like, it's fine. We're going to make it work. So then I applied to pre-governor school, which is like another one of those programs that they offered in the public school system in Northern Virginia. And so I apply and don't get in. But I'm like, that's fine. I'll just keep pushing and then we'll apply to actual governor school, which was another thing where you go to a different school. It's like college prep, rigorous, but it's like dual enrollment essentially. But it's just harder high school. And I wanted that because I really wanted to go to a good college. I applied to that. I still don't get in. So I'm like, that's fine. We're just gonna make the most of the school I went to. We're gonna keep pushing. Now we get to the point where it's senior year and I'm applying to colleges. At this time, I really wanted to go to Stanford. Stanford was my dream school, and I was doing everything with the idea that I wanted to optimize my chance of getting to Stanford. I apply. I talked to the coach. I went to Oregon with my dad to compete at Nike Nationals so I can meet the coach. We met the coach. Coach said, "You're the one we want on the team." Everything was looking all spam and snazzy. I had all my extracurriculars. I had all my grades were good. Tell me why the coach says they freeze recruiting because of COVID. I'm like, that's fine. Like, there's no room on the team for me, even if I were to be at the school. I'm like, that's okay. I'll just apply. I apply, I get rejected. Now, this was the first time I actually cried. Like, I was in tears, yo. I was crying because I was like, I've been trying and trying for everything for the past 5 years, and I felt that those blessings I saw other people getting were just not for me. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to my state school, which is UVA. So it's not even that bad. It's great. It's a great school. And I, my brother tells me that at that time he had never seen me so defeated because I always have this light and this fire of optimism and like oh, whatever is impossible, like I can do that. But y'all, when I tell you, fast forward a few months, I start getting more acceptances. I start getting scholarships. I get into this program at UC Berkeley where it's like you get a business degree and an engineering degree at once, and it's like it puts you into Silicon Valley, and you get mentored by startup CEOs and everything, right? I get into that program. They fly me out. I go visit schools. I start traveling around the country just visiting schools, and it's like paid for from the school. And then the Yale coach says that they have a spot just for me and they're waiting for someone who does exactly my events. And then the financial aid works out to the exact thing that we needed for my family to be able to afford it. And I end up at Yale. Now, right before I had that best time of my life right there when I was traveling, I literally went through the darkest pit of the slums. Guys, I'm telling you, I was sad. I was sad because nothing had worked. Then my grades started dropping. And then I got injured. And so you can believe everything I tried in my power didn't work. But at that point, too, because nothing was working, I was like, you know what, God, whatever you want to do, just do it. Because at this point, I tried everything and it's not working. Now I'm living literally, it's more than I could have imagined. I never imagined myself going to Yale, first of all. Never asked to be here or to go to that school and to make these kind of friends and be in this environment and grow so much as a person. And you know how people say, how it's said in the Bible, how the Lord will give you beyond anything you can ask or think, something like that. Something like that. It's true. And there's nothing that makes that failure any easier because those 5 years of failure were just it was heartbreaking after the fifth year. But once you feel like you're gonna give up, that means you're the closest. That means you're close enough that the the enemy had to shake you, because if he didn't stop you now, you would have actually achieved the goal. I don't know who needed to hear that, but you just have to wait on the Lord. Even if you're frustrated, you can cry, you can go through that. You can tell the Lord exactly how you're feeling because he wants a personal connection with you. And then you got to get back up. You got to get back up and keep moving. Keep moving, because what he has plans to prosper you. He has plans for your good. And I just went through one of those little failures, and I was thinking back to my story with Yale, and I felt like I had to share that because if it just looked like everything was going well the whole time, but I was trying so many things and like literally failing. But that's okay because now we're here. And so even when you feel discouraged, I'm telling you, just be patient. Hold on. You can tell me frustration, but you got to go back to worship because you have to remember your place in things. Remember that he's sovereign, and just trust that if you love him, he will have plans for your good. And if you trust him, he'll make things work out for your good. It'll be better than you could ever think or imagine or even ask. But you have to just go through that, cuz and there's not I can't even explain it. It sucks. It really sucks. But I don't know, y'all. Share your testimonies in the comments because I think we don't talk about those failures enough.